build. We're getting on with this arena now, well, I'm going to call it more of a club. It's kind of like an old church what's been transformed into this somehow nightclub, but it's really sick. And MC Noble's obviously coming here. I think it's going to be like the home for MC Noble, and I think he's going to do a lot of events here, not just a few. Like, he's going to do quite a lot. Like, this is going to be kind of like his club with SBSC, and then like different DJs will come and he'll kind of like run it as well. So it's quite good. I really like the way the thing's looking so far. So what we need to do with this place now, bearing in mind we've also got some bathrooms which have been done. They look pretty nice, just the ladies and the gents, and I quite like them. And they've got like a really cool mirrored effect image, even though like this one's the girls. They're still sort of like there, as you know, you get the point. And they look pretty nice and they look pretty neat. I was watching your Park Drive. Cheers. Big episode is that one. If you didn't watch it to the end, then I won't spoil it for you too much, but if you did, then I'll kind of like say my thoughts on what you think. But I just want to know that you and maybe like, you know, that you're actually seeing it, kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm actually really buzzing as well, guys, because if you don't know, I'm into a lot of like bass drops and funky beat music, and I went clubbing yesterday to a Too Funky event, and there was a person there with a there was like staff there with a camera, and they were taking pictures, and they added them all today to the Too Funky Facebook page, and they basically put a load of pictures up of like from the night, and I didn't get any personal like images like of me myself, which they weren't really necessarily taking a lot of images of just people. They did have a few. Basically like what happened is basically they took a lot of pictures of just like the background and the area itself, and there's a picture where I'm like spotted plain as day just in this crowd of people with my arm up like proper dancing, and I set it as my cover picture on Facebook because I just thought it was so sick. Like literally, like it's kind of like I put it on Facebook as to basically, you know, like spot me, but it's quite easy to spot if you know me, if you know what I look like in real. And obviously, like, some of you guys aren't going to check my Facebook because I don't know you in real, or you know, because I don't know you enough to, you know, to want to see your Facebook, or if you watch my MC channel, then you might know what I look like. But basically, I'm in a grey hoodie with like a blue sleeve around it, and I'm in this you know, like obviously in this nightclub, and there's loads of people. There's like a girl, like a girl at the front and a boy. Then there's like loads of like different people. Yeah.
Steve's voice is in Park Drive.
Yeah, I know, he's in the background.
Into the clubhouse.
Yeah, and then he's on about cocaine. It's like a deal in the background while she's in the shop, like. While he's in while Martin's in the shop having a go. It's like you ever speak like that to my mum again? And yeah, I could do with some help at the clubhouse. There's some cocaine. Yeah, so yeah, if you didn't see the end of it, then obviously you didn't. Then I won't, like, you know, if you don't want me to go into detail, then I won't. But if you do, if you don't mind, then I do. Like, I'm not going to confirm anything what's like yet not being shown or what yet you don't understand, but I'm going to talk about kind of what happened in this episode. Now it's out, I'm going to talk about it. So basically the episode was supposed to be based on Noreen's bad day. So if you don't know, Noreen had a bit of good luck, things were looking up, and she won the bingo, which made things quite happy. So she went into the shop to get a few things, a bottle of wine and, you know, some different things just to celebrate. You know, she's won the bingo, she's very happy, and you know, she's like that. And then the shopkeeper kind of speaks really rude to her. You know, like really, obviously like speaks like massively rude. Basically tells her that he's going to report her to the manager, and basically just tells her to hurry up. And it's basically like, you know, basically like the way it goes. And then obviously she gets offended, she gets marched out more or less and said, you know, don't make me get my gun out. And then the day gets kind of worse, so it sort of picks up, but then it gets worse again. So she has this you know, shopkeeper what's like really rude to her. And then it sort of picks up because she meets up with Shirley, and you know, they're just talking on the bench, that type of thing. And they arrange to go into town, so they arrange to sort of like go and have something to eat at the Caffè Neri, that type of stuff. And you know, and you know, that's like the way it is. Like, you know, she like basically goes ahead and obviously you know, has this like nice day, but then things get worse towards the end. So it kind of gets a bit like, I guess you could say, sad in a way, because you can kind of like tell within the storyline of like sort of like how how close Noreen and Shirley actually are in the series. Like, you can tell that they've known each other for years, and you can tell that they've got a really strong, like, they practically class each other as sisters. They've known each other that long. And it's really quite sad, because it just shows like, it just shows how
Like, I just saw the bit where, like, I'm in the garage.
oh yeah, I know.
Oh,
You know, you're just there, aren't you? Like, Papa Doodle Doo. Alright, there's something not
yeah,
right
well, me
here.
too.
There's something not right here. It's not there's something like, I don't get
Where
it.
you at?
Alright, so if you look at this side, it goes straight along. But then if you look at this side, it doesn't. But these like black bits are in the same place, like they're exactly in line. Oh no, they're not.
Is it not?
No, they're not. No, they're not. This needs to go here. Alright, there we go. Okay.
Do you want me to make this circle a bit better?
It's up to you, you know.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Wait, let me just test something.
So, nice rapping. Ah, thanks. Cheers. I take my rapping quite seriously, if I'm honest with you. Like, yeah, I do actually take my rapping quite seriously. But yeah, going back to the Park Drive, you see like how close Noreen and Shirley actually are together. Like how like not just necessarily like really good friends, but sort of like how like sort of they class each other as sisters, and they've lived on the same street since they were young, and now they're sort of still there, you know, doing the same thing, you know, talking to each other and meeting up with each other, even though like now like Noreen's got grandkids and stuff like that. And then they go for a group hug, which is like, you know, the group hug is the group hug. And then obviously things don't go too well when it comes down to the group hug, and obviously they're sort of like, you know, stood near the edge, near the river, and basically she goes to hug Shirley, and Shirley goes under the water, and Shirley goes, I'm not going to like give anything away, but I'm going to kind of clue that Shirley goes under the water after a hug, right after Noreen asks her if when she dies, would she ever forget Noreen, or would she carry on looking down, you know, would she look down at Noreen, and would she, you know, sort of like think of Noreen, because we're trying to make this realistic, and it might sort of like, you know, we want to do these like realistic scenes as much as we can. you know, like some people might think in the series like, you know, it's just a bit of fun, but if we could get this to actually look realistic and get like people watching it like they would watch something on TV, like not, you know, like it's kind of quite funny to put in all the like voices and stuff like that, but there's times where you want to actually drop down to earth and come into a serious scene, not just something, you know, not just something fake and pretend, but you want to actually drop down to earth into a really serious scene and do like sort of the fact that like this is actually a real thing as well, like people, you know, they actually, you know, so you actually get the feel that they actually have feelings for each other and they're very good close friends, and like, you know, as well as just putting on like loads of like funny voices, which, you know, it's fun to do, don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing that, like, but sometimes you know, we want to try and get this right, that it's not just all about, it's not just all about funny voices and trying to make it like some little pretend thing. We want to also try and give you the feel that you're actually watching something, which, you know, these serious things can happen in real life, and we don't want to try and record them to take the mick out of them or take the mick out of people what maybe goes through the same thing. But we want to make it sort of like so you can like understand and relate to things maybe you've been going through, and then you can kind of like talk and help for support, because I'm not the type of person to take the mick out of people for disabilities, like whether it's anything as small as, you know, not being able to spell. I mean, sometimes if I'm like in an argument and really mad with someone, I'll say like learn to spell, but like if someone's got a genuine disability, I'm not the type of person to go ahead and take the mick out of that or anything like that, because that's just not me, you know, what people go through, especially some people, it must be terrible. So like when we do the Park Drive thing, as well as putting on like different accents and voices to try and, you know, make it look like different people are there, you know, which is fun, we still relate down to, you know, the earth, and, you know, try and come up with these realistic storylines which you would maybe see happen, you know, which you'd maybe see happen in real, which is pretty good. And I've already had 3 comments on this. There we go. Yeah, it was a sick night. There we go, that's it. That's all of them up to scratch. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for the nice rapping comment, because I do take my rapping quite seriously, actually, like, and, you know, I don't know, I just do, like, I have a really strong, well, to be honest with you, I don't know whether it's just rapping, if I'm honest with you. Like, I really enjoy my MCing, don't get me wrong, but I think just music in general, like if it's anything from like mixing bass drop music to spitting lyrics over music, I think I'm just into music in general. Like if I could do something with music, I think I would do it with music. Like if I could get any career out of it, I think like if I could get a career out of music, I would, because I do really enjoy music a lot more than you think. Like, you know, obviously you know that I play a lot of bass drops, but I would go to the extreme if I could do something within music, like playing music at venues and, you know, that all that shiz. I think I'd like really enjoy that like quite a lot, because it has something that I've been like had a big passion for in general, and plus I enjoy going clubbing. Like I'm already now like looking forward to the next one, whether it's a Too Funky event or a remix event. I'm looking forward to the next one already, and obviously the next one's probably not going to be for a while yet. Well, the next remix event is in December, which is like Mark Breeze, and it's like a hardcore rave. And then I don't know when the next Too Funky event is. I would say they'll maybe put one up on their page like pretty soon, and if I can go to it, like I guarantee there might be one in November, hopefully. I'm not like entirely sure. Like I'm gonna go back to their page and see when, not when the last one was, not when yesterday's was. Okay, but not like the last one, but the one before, if that makes sense. So like this one, because it says that Too Funky is back for round 2, so like, you know, yeah, so that was September the 6th. and that was on. So they did one in September, so they've done another one in October. By the sounds of things, Too Funky. That was on September the 6th. So, it was a debut. It was a debut night. That was why. That was like when that was probably the first time they done Too Funky. Then was on September the 6th. Let's see who attended this one. Too Funky. So it was on the 28th of the 8th, 2016. Wait, when's that then? January. Oh, so that was August. That was August, was that one. So they posted these pictures up on August. That's when some of these were. Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely something you don't see every day. Like, I didn't think, if I'd have known that, like, I would have gone to it. But it doesn't matter now, like, you know, nothing. It's no big deal, like, you know. I'll know to go to the future ones, don't I? But it looks pretty nice. I don't know if I recognise anyone yet from the one I went to yesterday that I know of. Actually, I think I just recognised someone then. He rings a bell, definitely. I don't know, I think I know him in real though, like, from where I live. Too Funky way. Is the party open? The party. It suggests player, but I'll suggest you. Sorry, I must have missed your comment. Yeah, the party's not open, but I'll suggest you. Why not? Bearing in mind, when it gets to about 10 o'clock, I go into a whisper mode, but I won't be on for much longer after then. I'll only be on for like a little bit after, because I've got work tomorrow. This Sean person. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I recognise a couple. Not loads though. And I'm only in like one picture on that one of last night. But still, you see me alright, like. Oh, someone's on 2K16.
It's me.
But yeah, okay, yeah, that's pretty sweet. So at least I know, like, events. I want to subscribe. Get notified about events near you. Yes, of course. Thank you. So now I'll know, like, whenever I get, like, whenever they do any events, I'll know, like, I'll basically know, like, you know, like what events are going to be coming up, because I'm, like, more notified on their page. Oh yeah, that's because of that, isn't it? So yeah, we'll do that there. Do that there. Do that there. You don't want to make it too high. Like, I think that there is going to be pretty decent. Oh, hey, Stampy's back. Hello.
Yo, boy.
What's going off?
Ah, innit?
Yeah, I'm on for about 20 minutes.
Ah, what did you
It's
make?
about 10.
Oh, target shooting. Sweet. So yeah, I've got something to show you, Stampy. It's a screenshot, right? I went on to Facebook, right? And I went to this, you know, the place I went yesterday. I went onto their page, right, to see if they had any other events coming up, and they put about 70 pictures on from last night, and I'm in one of them, and it's quite funny. Because it's not like a direct picture of me, but I'm kind of like dancing in the background of this picture with my arm up, and it's kind of like spot me, and I bet you'll be able to spot me straight away. I put it on Facebook, and Ant commented it's not hard to see the big ears. And then someone else put something about a wally or something like that. Like me being a wally, like not hard to notice a big wally. Not hard to notice a big wally. I want to show you the picture though, because it's pretty nice. You're gonna notice me straight. You did say it earlier. You said that game's shit, didn't you, Camo? Oh, have you played Remastered? What do you think? Yeah, if you pre-ordered the Infinite Warfare, you get a free access to the Remastered. Oh mate, this is really annoying me now, because I can't get a good size picture. Like, I can't get a good view of the picture to screenshot it. I'm gonna have to send it like that. You're gonna have to go and spot me. We're going on a spot